speaker is Léonard today from the City of Lausanne. And he will talk about his experience of performing a process mining project there. Just really quickly, here, this is how you move forward. And
there is a lot of pointers, no?
Do you want to?
No. I will do that. Okay, thank you. So I will dedicate this presentation to Wim van der Alast. Because of the title, Lasagna or Spaghetti. I like this kind of metaphor and I like pasta too. So, just a quick word about City of Lausanne. This is a city in Switzerland, in the west part of Switzerland. We're speaking French there. This is a nice city with nice sightseeing and a very interesting cultural life. We are also the Olympic capital in the world. We have very strong, high level education there, like EPFL. This is the Swiss Institute of Technology in Lausanne, so exactly the equivalent of Technical University of Eindhoven. University of Lausanne, there is also a big management school, EMD there. There are also very big industries implemented in Lausanne, like Philip Morris International, Logitech, Nagra Kodelski, Nespresso, Bob's Groups. Maybe you don't know this enterprise, but you are using their byproducts any day. They are building machines to make the box of food. Okay. And there have been nice people living in Lausanne, like Professor Sonnenblum, you said in... it is Auguste Piccard, the grandfather of Bertrand Piccard. Maybe you know Bertrand Piccard, the guy that runs the Earth in an atmospheric balloon. His grandfather go to the highest level in the years 30s, I think. Coco Chanel was living there. Also, Switzerland is a good place for healthy living people. Like, so the founder of IKEA is living in Lausanne. Good for his taxes. And Lausanne was also well known for diplomacy treaty. Like, it is a place that is visited by Turkish people because it was the modern Turkey was founded in Lausanne in 1923. Don't forget the lake. No. I do not forget the lake. The lake is the splendid part in front of Lausanne, and we have also mountains in behind, as you can see on the top picture. So let's go to the process mining in Lausanne. For the context of what happens around process mining, I want to stress out 3 points. The first point is that we introduced a new RP for the Human Resource Department in 2008. Before that, they were just using paper files and plain computer tables and things like this. But it has been a very difficult time for these people. They were not used to use this kind of software, and they are in a state of crisis since then. In the same time, I was involved in setting up an internal control system, and the goal was to reduce risks, to map the processes of the cities because they are not so well known. It is also a tool for the change management of a big e-government program. We are improving our service to our customer clients, I don't know how to say it, to our citizens, with a new interactive way of interacting. It happened that the Human Resource Department was involved in the internal control system pilot study. And for the ICS study, we have a very classical approach by interviews. I mean, risk notification and process mapping was just made by speaking with people. Last year, it was election time in Lausanne, and as in any city in the world, I think everything froze for 1 year. So no decision, nothing happened. At the end, we have a new political orientation, a reduction of the budget. We have to stop the internal control systems, and we have to optimize the processes. Why that? Cotonvaux, which is the province where Lausanne is located, is slow in enforcing the usage of internal control systems, so politicians are just letting for next time. It happens that the budget balance of City of Lausanne is not very good for years now. But Lausanne is a developing city, and we have at least 2 big projects that needs to be financed. And these two, so politicians, as meant what they do, they want to reduce the traditional costs to finance the new project. It happens that half our budget is for salaries, and we cannot fire people. 1/3 of the budget is enforced by legal, how to say it? Enforced by law. I mean, by law we have to pay to such people and things like this. So we cannot also cut this part of the budget. So there is a teeny part just to reduce the cost or to increase the income. And so there is a strong pressure now to optimize our processes. On the other side, this is the view of the politicians. Now the view of the collaborators of the cities. They've been quite disturbed by the introduction of the new ERP systems. I mean, for the human resource departments. I will focus on this department for a while now. Historically, it happens that this human resource department is not a real leader in human resource politics. Is more like a follower than a leader. They are understaffed, and there are some people there that do not welcome changes. So during the internal control system, I interviewed people, especially in a part where they administer the basic information of the people of the city, of the collaborators. And this is the view, how they see their work. So there is no clear change of value process there. They are not sure what they are doing, in fact. And for example, there is somewhere that they say we administer the data of the personnel, but they do it in 2 different places, and it's not the same processes for them. So the basic idea is that these people don't know what is a process and don't know how to map a process, and it's difficult. Moreover, up to now, they are just transferring the information from paper form to the ERP system. And they have no managing power, so they cannot imagine any change in their way to work. Another part in the human resource is a group of 4 people that I was aware of that are there to just check that the payroll is okay every month. It happens that about 20% of the salaries are on a per hour basis and not by a per month basis, so it changes every month. These 4 people are now going or working with a procedure that is antiquated. That means that the procedure was adapted for the old software, but not the new ERP software. But these people are able to give a good description of what they are doing. So, with these interviews and with these 2 kinds of processes, the general administrative process of the payroll process, I try to introduce some kind of process mining at the end of the internal control system study. And so, how do I did it? First, I have to get some logs. And the logs were quite easy to get out from the ERP systems. I just have to go to the computer engineer and ask them for the logs and give me the logs without any problem, without any questions. Now I know the salary of everybody in the city of Lausanne, if you're interested. But I noticed that the information is not ready for process mining. The columns are inhomogeneous, and the information is not similar from. There are 4 or 5 main logs there, and the 4 or 5 main logs have no similar information. So I have to a little bit jungle a little with that. Basically, it means that this is 3 years of running the ERP systems. This is about 300,000 events, 12,000 cases shared by 260 people, and I have about 7 main attributes to understand what is going in this process. I am also using some secondary files to enrich the information and to help me to decrypt, to understand what is inside these logs. For that, I have to interview people's ERP expert or audit logs people expert. Okay. So transforming these CSV files in something that I can put in any process mining tools, I turn to the Talent Open Studio program that is freeware available. This is extraction, transformation, and load program. Basically, you have at the above left part, you have the input, the CSV file, and you go to a filter, and next you go to I don't know how to say it. It's this kind of sample. It will just intermix the information. And you do the processes. At the first filter, you ask for information you know about such a kind of logs, and at the second filter, you have the remaining information, and you select the second kind of information you are interested. And every time you intermix the information, and you build up your final file. I was not efficient at all in using that, but in less than 1 week, I was able to use the system and to transform my logs, and I did it myself, and it was fun. For example, this kind of elements is here is the interior of the elements. You can see that from the left side you have inputs from different files, and you can branch your information to outputs to the files with some keys, and you can give new information. For example, here in the last part, where I know the rec name, I can add a description, and it will be enrich my final file. Okay. Very good. Okay. So next step before starting the process mining, I have to use some Python scripts, because sometimes you have to intermix some information. And of course, I'm not a big fan. I'm still using Excel to draw some histogram and to get some information also. So this was how they see their work, and after the process mining, this is how it is. So this is the basic processes here. This part is just here. Okay, and here I've used parameters in the Disco program from Fluxicon that show just the skeleton of the processes they are using. If I increase this parameter, I can see more roles, and all these activities are not here. People are not aware of what they are doing, basically. Another very interesting information that can get out straight when you put your data into any statistical program. Any statistical software is just the statistics. You can see during these 3 years of working here that they are not working when it's end of the year, at Christmas, okay? but the peak of activity is also every month. And if you see if you look to the activity during the month, you see that during quite 1 week here, they are not working at all, and suddenly they are rushing. So they have problem of organization. From the payroll process, people were thinking that they were working in 4 different steps here, and in fact they are just doing mainly these 2 operations. This is just correcting the input. And because of that, they have about there are 4 people, and they have about 100 events of the quantity of the 6 preceding people. And just because of that, they were really overworking, and they have a really hard time. These people are in a situation where if any salary is not paid at the end of the month, they can be fired. So they are under very strong pressure, and they have correct with these 2 actions, they have to correct any errors that are coming in the payroll process. So my message here is that through process mining, you will not see that it is a hard work. You have to speak with the people to know that. So how they feel it when I present the results. So I presented to the project manager that was in charge to set up the ERP systems, and the first thing she said me is that my people are already strongly disturbed by the new ERP, so please don't tell them. So we agreed to not see them the results. This is purely psychological, nothing to say, okay? Politicians, for example, the mayor of the city of Lausanne is a mathematician, and he's very fast in understanding things like process mining. So I've shown him the results. He wants that I go on further and further. He wants that we set up a major program to optimize the administrative processes. It will be built by process mining, records management, and business intelligence. But he will not give us any supplementary means. So we will have to do the same job plus more with the same means. Another problem with this process mining study was that computer engineers are quick to give me the audit logs when I know where the audit logs I want. But of course I'm not the computer man, and so I don't know where are the audit logs and which audit logs are available. So I have some difficult problem with or stupid problem I will say, with my colleagues, the computer engineers, that usually they are just not telling me where are the audit logs. So at the end, this process mining study has ended up with the idea of a big program to optimize the administration. From my personal experience, I know that I will have a special emphasis in going hand in hand with process actors. I mean that I cannot throw them the results and let them swim with that. I have to speak a lot with them and to care them and to empathize with them and to work. It's a long work. For the computer engineers, we agreed that now the eGov program will systematically include data logs requirements. So I will get a lot of data logs in the coming years. We know that in this optimization of the administrative process will be strengthened by the use of by increasing the process management skill among the collaborators. There are very lambda people in process management at first, so it's very difficult to share with them the results. And last one, we expect a strong catalysis with BI, resource management, and process mining. In fact, we are a good team of 4 people, and we like to work together. So, I thank you for your attention. And here it's raining, but it happens that in Switzerland it snows.
Okay, we have time for one question. Yes?
How do you say that? How do you make it happen that your records management is taken into account with new applications? So do you have like specific examples of what you do, or what do you ask of people?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. You are asking for the relation between records management and...
Well, you want to have records management so you can do process mining later on.
Yes. Our idea to link the records management and the process mining is to enforce people to put some metadata in the documents they are using. So putting this metadata will create events logs. We will know when they created the documents, what they did for, and so forth. This is the reason why we are linking records management with process mining. Did I answer your question?
I think so. Maybe if I can have a follow-up.
Yeah, okay.
Does it mean, so you only you specify the metadata, but not the technical way it is stored?
No, essentially the metadata, yes.
Okay.
No.
Thank you.
Okay, let's continue in the break. Thanks a lot.